Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well and had a wonderful weekend. And back to the grind for a lot of you this morning. Monday morning, away we go. But Tottenham Hotspur do have a game tomorrow night for anyone that's interested. We've got a bit to talk about on it. I've just honestly, I'll bring that up now. Actually, we've just had a message about the players that are available and the players that are not available tomorrow night. So as you know, we've got a lot of injuries, as we have had for, however long it is now. But two fit players that are in the Spurs squad but can't be in the Champions League squad in Sousa and Basuma make it up to 12 players that are not available for the game tomorrow. So we've got no one on the left side at all. You can play Tell up the top. Is he in it? Is he in the squad? Champions League squad now? Because he wasn't, was he? Oh, God, I can't remember. But Sousa's not available. Ben Davies is not available. Jed Spence is still a doubt. Seen that this morning as well, that he's probably not going to be available for Atletico. So I think we're going to have a bit more of square pegs and round holes on Tuesday night. Listen, we'll look into it deeper as we get closer to the game. It was just something I wanted to bring up. It's just an absolute mess. It's an absolute mess. I'm just trying to work out how they're going to do it. He's going to end up playing three at the back again, and filling the midfield out with square pegs. You can see it a mile off. I hope I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm looking down there. I'm looking at my bits that I've written down, and I'm sort of 3/4 of the way through it and can't work the rest out at the minute. But morning to you all anyway. Could be a disaster. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat and we'll get into it a bit. Big up to Rodney. I hope you're well, Rodney, this morning. Sorry, glass cleaning service is going on. I haven't done it properly. There we go. That's better. Oh, yes, that's a lot better. Can see the screen now. Great stuff. Morning, Rodney. I hope you're good. Swifty, yeah, absolutely you can. No problem at all. No problem at all. Morning to Kate. Kate's in. Morning, handsome, she says. Steady, Kate, on a Monday morning. I didn't brush my hair properly yet. Look, you can see my bald patch coming. Jeez, it's shocking, isn't it? On a Monday morning. I've even got my hoodie on because it's cold in here. Radiator's not on. Typical. Jimmy's in. Big up to Jimmy. Hope you're well, mate. Had a good weekend. And yes, Jim. Yes, it's weather report again. Overcast. I think you're going to get this off me for about a week because I checked the weather last night and there's not much sun about. But overcast, chilly. It's not particularly warm this morning, but not up in the northwest anyway. But there you go. Hopefully it's a bit sunnier down there for you in London. Big up to you, Jim. Wembers is in. Morning, Wembers. Hope you're good. I don't know how, but I'd just love to see the team go out and play with some underdog to hell with it attitude over the next 3 games. No expectations. Well, we need to see something, mate, don't we? But, looking at what we've got available for tomorrow night, he might even have to drop a couple of the kids on there tomorrow night. Who knows? Because sorry, I'll keep looking at this down here. I just can't work out what we're going to do on the left-hand side tomorrow. Damn. Not that it probably matters, but it is what it is. Morning to you, Wembers. I hope you're well, mate. Sully's in. Morning to Sully. Yeah, it's another big week, mate. Another big week. And someone's got to find something from somewhere, mate. Well, I was on Dan's last night. I was having a bit of a convo on there. How many more games do you give Igor? As a fan, I'm talking about, not what they think. and I know they've come out and give him the dreaded vote of confidence and all that. Igor's staying and all that biz. Yeah, maybe. But how long do you give him if he keeps losing? Because we'll be down to, 7 games after Liverpool. 7 games. And then we've got Forest the week after. Protest time, everyone, protest time. And then we've got the international break coming, I believe, which, if they're going to get someone else in, maybe a good time to do it. Maybe. Gives them, I think there's 3 weeks off. So I think it's all about timing if they're going to do it. And a lot of people have said, it don't matter who you bring in. And to a big point, not a certain, but a big point, I agree with that. Again, my point of view is that, we're not down yet. And as crap as you think some of the players might be, from the effort and the desire and all that stuff actually on the field, is that I think fans would like to see another roll of the dice because, it seems pretty obvious to me that Igor's not the man. So whether anyone's the man, I don't know. But I'm of the opinion, that they've got to get someone in. I said Harry, but he's got Cheltenham, on his mind for the next week. But if Igor's here in the next week and then he hasn't got Cheltenham on his mind, who's to say? Who's to say? But yeah, morning, Sully, mate. Hope you're well. Johnny's in. Morning, John. Hope you're good, mate. Oh, lovely, John. Beautiful. 2 days off. Happy days. Bit of toast this morning at home. Watching Cookie on the box. What more can you want? What more can you want, John? What more could you want, mate? Happy days. Big up to you, John. Drewler's in. Morning to Drewler. Morning, Cookie and the Chatters, she says. Absolutely. Absolutely, Drewler. Morning to everyone. That's what we're saying here. Marcus is in. Big up to Marcus. YouTube member. Morning, Marcus. Hope you're good. Hope you're good this morning. Finn's in. Morning to Finn. Morning, Cookie. I had a crazy fact that you might already know. Apparently, Spurs are the only team in history to sell their top goal scorer 3 seasons in a row. We really are a special club, aren't we? Do you know what, Finn? I didn't know that, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, I didn't, but I do now. And it's shocking, mate. It's absolutely shocking at the end of the day, isn't it? And this club has just got that. They've just got no idea, have they, Finn, upstairs? They've just got no idea what they're doing. But at the same time, Finn, we're in this position now, and all we can do is try and get behind our team. That's why we're football supporters, isn't it? Through thick and thin, as they say, and you can only get behind them. And, we're not in control of what Igor picks as a team, or we're just on a downer at the moment, unfortunately. But there's always something out there that may turn it round. Whether it rears its head or not, and it happens, it is a different story. I just think a lot of them have checked out, Finn, and they're not interested. And it's right what a lot of people say. It's like 95%, probably more, that it don't matter who you bring in, it's not going to work. And there's always that chance, that you just happen to get the right bloke at the right time. You get the bounce, which we haven't seen from Igor, and it takes off. But are they willing to take the chance of, paying another manager, another whatever, to get us out of the shit? Maybe, maybe not. But at the moment, they're putting all their trust in Igor. whatever that means. And we're struggling. We're struggling big style. Yeah, up the Spurs, John. Always. Stell's got a channel. He's gone on his own now. So Mr. Stelios on Spurs, get over there if anyone hasn't subbed to him, and give him a chance to get going over there. Big up to you, Stel, by the way. New channel for him. You know, we're all Spurs supporters at the end of the day with different opinions, come at things in different angles, and try and subscribe to as many as you can. That's all I will say. We're not all saying the same thing, by the way. You know, there's loads of different channels that come from it in different ways. You'll find which ones you like to watch. At the end of the day, you might be a person that just likes to see all the different opinions. So yeah, sub to everyone at the end of the day, as many as you can anyway. Angie's in. Good morning. Good morning to you, Ange. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, sir. Colin's in. Yep, here we go again, Cole. Here we go again. Good morning to you, Colin. Hope you're well, mate. And absolutely, Ange, thank you very much. Hit that like button for us. Let's do the usual. Get to 50 ASAP if we can. Joe is in. Morning to you, Joe. Hope you're well. Had a good weekend, mate. He says, morning. Can't say I'm even bothered about the Madrid game. Could have got a ticket and flown out there today, but really ain't asked. Last time I was there for Conference League final. How far we have fallen. Can't really say much about that, Joe, to be honest with you. I don't know. What is the gist in the chat about this? Big up to you, Joe. What is the gist as a fan for you lot in the chat? Are you bothered about tomorrow night's game, or does the relegation problem sort of overshadow it, and it's like couldn't really give a toss? Or are you like, we're in it, so let's go, sort of thing? Be interesting to see. I'm one of them. I'm so worried about the league that I really couldn't give a monkeys about it, to be honest with you. You know, we'll show it. We're in it. We're in it. Perhaps it could be, you know, one of those games where you do get the luck, you know, and something happens. I doubt it very much from what I've seen of Atletico. But we could be in trouble. Listen, again, I'm still looking at these bits of paper there. So Telly's in the squad, Colin says. So he'll probably play left-sided up front. I'm more worried about, well, it's Archie Gray, isn't it? If you play a 4, he's going to play left-back probably. And if you play a 3, he'll be one of those in midfield. Just got, yeah. We're just really struggling, you know, and it's madness, you know. There's certain cut-off dates on the Champions League, and you can register players by, and then is it when the transfer window opens again? If people that were in your squad are out of your squad, you can replace 2 or something like that. So we brought Tell back in, didn't we? And was it Dragusin we brought back in as well? Were they the 2? Tell, I know Tell was left out, and then he's back in now, isn't he? I'm sure it was Dragusin. Again, I could be wrong. It's just going to be difficult. It's just hard to see where the bloody goal's coming from, let alone anything else. But listen, we'll see tomorrow night. It'll be covered as usual on a watch along, and we'll stay on afterwards and get stuck into it for a bit. We can only wait and see. There's no point hazarding a guess, you know, because stranger things have happened. I don't expect Spurs to get anything from the game at all, to be honest with you. But again, stranger things have happened. Kate's in. Morning to Kate. Lang has effed up this club. He's one of them that has. Kate, he's one of them. Lang the villain and Vinay the gooner, amongst others, though, Kate. You know, we see what he's doing and the lack of it, you see. But what we don't see is what's going on, you know, above in the boardroom. And when people that are in charge of your football club haven't got a Scooby, Kate, right? And then, like we said on Dan's show yesterday, you've got Vinay and Lang there, and the people that are on the board, even though these two are meant to be in charge of the football, are making decisions going over their head. They're not even making the decisions. So why are they still there? And then we're going on about this dual director of football. It's all crap. It all needs to be ripped down, right? Get some football people, not necessarily on the board, but within the club that maybe the board can take advice from. But they don't want Tottenham people there. The less Tottenham people that are in that club now, the better for them. Lee's in. Morning to Lee. May the force be with you, as usual, he says. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely, Lee. And are you back at work today, Lee? Oh, look, it's all right. It's there. I don't know why I ask. Because Stokes is on it now. You know what I mean? Stokes is on it. Yeah, 2 toast off work this morning. And he's sticking his sandwiches in there, copying Paney. I'll see you, Stokesy. Don't you worry about that. Right? I'll see you. Yeah, having a bit of Paney's, putting a post in about his sandwiches. Big up to you too. Oh, Jane's in. Morning, Jane. Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone, she says. Absolutely, Jane. Marianne's in, YouTube member. Good morning, cooking, all in the chat. Monday morning blues. Back at work again. Weekend passed much too quickly. Marianne, you know why that was, don't you? Because Tottenham weren't playing. So the weekend just went whoosh. There you go. We've got a game tomorrow, though, Marianne. So that'll make up for it. That'll make up for it. ER peanut butter this morning for Lee. Big up to you, Lee. Love it, got to say. Kate says it's 8 degrees in Sheffield, cold and muggy here. Then Colin comes in. Kate, have you cleaned your glasses? I take it that's to the morning anthem. Oh dear. You lot are so funny sometimes, honestly. Great crowd. Great crowd. Stokes is back in. He says London is very foggy, a bit like our team. Come on, you Spurs, 1882. Morning, all. Hope all is well with everyone. I believe so. Come on, you Spurs. I'd throw the Madrid game and just concentrate on the league. What team would you put out for the Madrid game? Well, come on, you Spurs. As I've just said, still 10 out. Plus Sousa and Biss are not available because they're not in the Champions League squad. So it's almost like you got 12 out. Right? Was just trying to work out who's going to play on the left, but and how he's going to play at the back. He could play the 4 because Van der Ven's available. He can play in this game. It's only the Premier League that he's banned in. So Van der Ven can play tonight. It just depends. If he goes with a 4, I think he'll play probably Archie Gray left back. Because there's no one that I can think of that's there. There's no Ben Davies. The doggy's injured. Jed Spence is still injured, apparently. Sousa's out because he's not in the Champions League squad. So Archie Gray's the only one I can think of. If they go with a 4, they'll put him left back. And if they go with a 3, he'll probably be the left wing back. Who knows? Or I suppose it's a bit risky, isn't it? Could you play? No, you can't. See, Tell can't play there. He needs to be one of those that's further forward. I can't even work out what Igor's going to do, to be honest with you. He's so like, I think he'll still go with a free, you know, because he loves the free. Whether he's got the players for it or not, he loves playing the free. I know we're not so keen on it. We'll see. Let's just see. Does anyone know? Sorry, I'm a bit thick this morning, and I can do this on the phone while I'm talking to you lot. But does anyone know? Is Romero still out? Is he out of this game as well? Because I've lost count of when he's due back and when he's not. I'm hoping that he's available. To be fair, in a way. Big up to Ghosted, by the way. Big up. Listen, what I'll do is come on you Spurs. I'll have a sit down later tonight, try and work out who's available and who's not, and then I'll come up with a team and I'll post it tomorrow on here, or I'll read it out on here tomorrow. Big up to Ghosted. Swifty says it that like, and sub, you can get your super chats in too. Yeah, you can. You can, and you can become a channel member too. There you go. The ball is in your court, as they say. But what I will say is, when we started this show today, you could be the people. That's all I can say. Because we're 30. I'm just going to whisper. I'm not going to shout. We're 35 away from 1,000. 35. You could be the gang that does it today and get us there. There you go. And make sure you hit that like button as well. We do like a like button smash in here. So it's been really, really good lately, to be honest with you. You've all been really good. So, yeah, keep smashing the sub and hitting the like as we do. Sully's in. Morning to Sully again. Now, till now and the end of the season, this is all on the players to perform. Agreed. The same squad that took it upon themselves to win a trophy now have to do the same and save us from the drop. And they are pretty much the same players, aren't they, Sully? Pretty much. Let's see, Sully. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what they've got. Does anyone think it will change? But what we've seen over especially the last 3 games, I mean, we can go back further than that before Igor's here. But what you've seen from Igor and the team in the last 3 games, why would that change all of a sudden? What's different now to the last game, apart from a few more days on the training pitch? Does anyone expect to see anything different against Atletico? I'm more of, it's difficult now with this left-hand side problem because you know what I'm like. I'm like, put round pegs in round holes and then fill in from there. With if you haven't got people available that you can put in those positions. And yeah, look, it is what it is. Nothing's going to change because everyone's out that's a midfielder or a defender on the left-hand side. There is no one apart from Archie Gray, who I can think of that can play there. I'm sure there's someone else, but he's the first one that comes into my mind when we haven't got a player for a position. Yeah, Archie Gray goes there and covers it. It'd be nice, Ange. I think we're struggling on that front. But you never know. Like I say, stranger things have happened. But, you've got to get through Atletico. Then you've got Barcelona, if they get through against Newcastle, which is more than likely. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. And then if you get through that, the expectation is that you'll probably have Arsenal in the semi-final. That's before you get to the final. No, me neither, Lee. I haven't either, mate. I've got to be fair. I haven't. I have no expectations at all. But what bothers me, Lee, is that we're going there with 12 out again, 10 injuries and 2 that are not in the Champions League squad that are not available. Sorry, I just keep getting that bit in there because for me it's just piss poor planning, isn't it? It's piss poor. How can you be going into what is a big game at the end of the day, and you've got nothing down your left-hand side? And even if Jed Spence was fit, he's not really a left-sided player. He can play left back. He can play. It's not ideal though, is it? And it's just piss poor squad planning again. And it all comes back and hits you in the bollocks at the end of the day. And who suffers? Us lot. Getting the piss taken out of us all the time. To a ridiculous extent now. Paddy Power raising the game on the memes and all that sort of stuff. And the adverts they're doing, taking the piss out of Spurs. Do you know what I mean? Bradford City away fans turning up in a banged out Transit. Wow, look at this place. So, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's madness. Marcus says, I've heard my 14-year-old daughter can play on the wicked left foot she has. Get her down there. Marcus, get her down there, mate. I'm getting close to giving Ellie a ring. She used to play Cam, didn't she? She'll do on the left. Get her out there. At least she'll take someone on. Ellie, we need you in Madrid. Eagle needs you. Morning to Paige. Hope you're well, Paige. Hope you're well this morning. Shem's in. Oh, I'm going to get cracking on this chat now so it don't get too far. Morning, gentlemen. Hope you're both well. I know the sheriff's at work, but he is well, as far as I'm aware. Our Champions League team is shot as well. We were good on Champions League with Frank because his style worked because of the more space the Euro teams gave us. But Tudor is terrible. We'll find out how good he is tomorrow night, won't we, Shem? Oh, it's not very positive in here this morning, honestly, you lot. Ghosted says, I think we get battered tomorrow. The UCL games we've had so far were fairly easy, bar PSG. Atletico are no mugs. And for me, Ghosted, the space and Shem, the space that you saw in those Champions League games in the to see who goes into the playoff games, there was a lot of space. And you notice the difference because, listen, how can you do it against Borussia Dortmund at home comfortably, right? But you can't win a game in the Premier League. And then when we come to play Premier League teams, we don't get that time on the ball. But what will happen is now we've gone into the big boy games where it matters, yeah, it'll be tight. Maybe not to the extremes of the Premier League, but the Spanish players will be tighter, because it's a two-legged game now. That's what I think anyway. That's what I think you'll see tonight. You'll see Atletico pretty sharp. When we've got the ball, they'll be on us, closing us down, trying to recover the ball. Let's see. Perhaps they won't. They might think, we'll be all right. We'll just take it easy. Who knows? Depends what mood they're in, I suppose. Atletico. Morning, Stephen. Morning, Cookie, mate. I really don't care about the result tomorrow. All I care about is surviving in the Premiership. Also think Eagle needs to go. We need your manager with Premier League experience. If you can't get one of them, Stephen, it's for me. It's got to be a Tottenham. Who knows the club? We've got nothing to lose as fans, have we? Like you just said, you want a Premier League manager. If we can get a Premier League manager that's got, a bit of the Tottenham that comes with him, then that's all well and good. Do you wait for Harry Redknapp now? Let him do his Cheltenham, let Igor do this week, and then bang, out and in? Because, Harry's saying, yeah, I'll do it. Glenn Hoddle's coming out saying, yeah, I'll do it. I'll stop you getting relegation. I read it in the paper. Might be lies. It's a paper, isn't it? But apparently he's up for it as well. Teddy Sheringham said his bit. Tim Sherwood said his bit. Jermaine Defoe's been saying his bit. So they can't all be wrong, can they? At the end of the day, surely. Lee says he just wants Igor gone. He's not the right fit. Yeah. Definitely not the right fit, mate. Unfortunately, like I said, Lee, he's just been dropped in, mate. He don't know what's going on at our club. He don't know it's fractured from top to bottom. And he's just been dumped in the middle of it, unfortunately, with no Premier League experience. And I think he's probably seen over the last 3 weeks that the extent of what's wrong in there. Because we know it's just not pitch related. It's just not player related. We look at that generally, but the whole thing's like absolutely bollocksed. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame. But look, again, protest is on for I'll bring it up once or twice every show. The protest is on for the Forest game. There'll be more details coming out about a time if it's not already out. I think it's the 22nd of March, the Forest home game. If you're not happy, get to the protest if you can. Let's make a statement. Let's let ENIC know that we're not happy. Like, massively, let them know. And then, as I said, ENIC have got nowhere to run now. Now, to me, it doesn't matter if we go down or if we stay up as far as ENIC's concerned. They've done a shit job in the whole scheme of things. It's been awful. Right? So whether we go down or not, or whether we scrape and stay up, if you can get to the protest, go to the protest. It's so important now because they've got nowhere to run. Like I keep saying, and they haven't. They've burnt all their bridges. All they can do is change the manager again. So like I say, stay up, go down. They're negligent. At the end of the day, we all saw that from the transfer window in January and how they kept hold of Frank until the window was closed. Usual tactics. And listen, we might not be able to do enough to get this lot out, but at least worse ways, we can let them know that we're not happy. And we need more than 150 people at this protest. We need to be getting it in the thousands. And the reason for that is, as soon as the word gets out there, as soon as you're all sharing it on all your social medias, which is what you need to do, yeah, share it with everyone, friends, family. Just stick it on your Twitter account, stick it on your TikToks, your Instagrams, and whatever all these other streaming services are, because we need big amounts of people. Because what it does is then it attracts the media, and they don't want it on the telly. They don't want it on the telly. They don't want any of that negative stuff being brought to them. But at the end of the day, they're accountable. They're accountable to us as fans. And like I've said before, they need to remember as well, they might be the custodians of the club, but we're the fucking owners. There you go, though. Big up, Lee. There you go, Kate. See, Colin, you've been told. That's it, mate. You've been told, Colin. Thanks, Kate. Stig says, morning, Cookie. Not sure the club know which direction to take regarding Tudor. Something has to happen, though. Well, I think when you look at, maybe not all of us, Stig, I don't want to speak for everyone, but when you look at the 3 results, 3 London derbies, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Forget the order. I know that. Different order. Right? So if you're sitting here now as a Spurs fan, knowing that you can't really do anything about tomorrow, they could have done it the weekend and got someone in, but they don't want to, number one, not until they're really forced to. And by the time they're really forced to, it's too late. It's too late. But it definitely does, Stig. It has to give, mate. But the sooner it's better. Like I say, 3 results. He's played about 4 different formations in the 3 games. Like I say, he's just been dropped in the middle, mate. It's almost like it's been, there you go. There's the centre spot. Bang. Away you go. Just keep this lot up. He came out and told us all, that's my remit, to keep this team up. That's his remit. Well, the remit's not going too good, Igor. And again, I don't necessarily blame him. I think he's just trying to work out what is best to do, because they're all so poor at the moment. As a collective, I'm talking about. They're all so poor on the pitch with no communication, no cohesion, no nothing. And they look like a dead team. They just look like they're beaten. There's no heart. So, look, at the end of the day, Stig, will he go? Won't he go? Will Wienik do the right thing? As an owner, they've brought someone in, seen surely after 3 games and probably another one tomorrow night. And if he's still here, another one at the weekend. Perhaps they're just trying to get them 2 out of the way. And then they'll get someone in because of the international break coming. We can only wait and see, mate. We know what we want. But what we want, do we, you know, as far as Enoch are concerned, I don't give a monkeys. John says, yeah, get rid of another manager. His fan base won't learn. 4 managers in less than 2 years. Appalling. I get that, John. My stance on it is about the staying up part of it, because we're running out of time. Right? And again, whether we think they're good enough, the players, whether we don't think they're good enough, you know, we know it's not the managers, John, but I don't want to go down. I'm just one of them old school fans that don't want to see my football club relegated. Yeah. And I should probably be sitting here going, yeah, go on, because it'll help, you know, Enoch will struggle more. There's other ways to deal with Enoch. It may take longer, but as long as everyone gets behind protest, why not? Why not? But yeah, that's where I am with it, John. I just don't want to go down, mate. That's all. That's all, mate. Finn says, Cookie, if we put a shift in on Tuesday and got a win, would you be happy that we won, or pissed off that we put the effort in on a game that isn't really important right now? My answer to that, Finn, is both. Because obviously, as a football fan, I want to see the team win, as you probably would as well. But then you win the game, yeah, and like you say, Finn, it dawns on you, hang on a minute. You know what I mean? They're doing it again. And we're going to turn up at Liverpool at the weekend and probably get beat 3 or 4. So I think we'll see. But for me personally, you know, they haven't put the effort in the Premier League. We all know that. Sorry to keep going, over. And the results have been going okay in the Champions League. So, yeah, I'd be happy that we won, but I would be pissed off at the same time because of what we're being delivered in the Premier League. Sorry if I'm not really a fence sitter. You know me, I'm normally one way or the other, but it's a bit of both, mate. I'm only being honest with you, Finn. Just how I feel, mate. Come on, you Spurs says, for our next Premier League game, I'd go 3-1-4-2 with Sousa and Porro as left and right wing backs, Richie and Solanke up front. It's all tryable. Come on, you Spurs, isn't it? Again, it's players available. I mean, obviously, Sousa and Basuma have become available. So it's a possibility. It is a possibility. I think a lot of it just depends on what we've got available and who's the manager at the time, maybe. Come on, you Spurs. But we'll see. Yep, Glenn Oddle. Excuse me. Glenn the Ledge, the absolute ledge, the king of White Hart Lane. Yeah, we can see it. We can see it. Here we go. He's in. He's in. It's delegation. It's delegation. There you go. And by the way, Stel, I know where you're coming from as well. And I'm just one of them, Stel. And I'll say it to you openly. I'm one of them. I just don't want to see my team go down. It doesn't help as far as Enix's concerned. It just elongates it all. Unless they decide to get out. But why would they? But that's just me, Stel. If we go down, Stel, right? I'd say honestly, if we go down, yeah, and it changes something, yeah, I'm in. What I'm worried about is going down, yeah, because if we don't come straight back up again, or how hard the championship is, if we don't come straight back up again, then I just fear that we'll end up languishing there and I don't want that for Tottenham. You got them dickheads up there. We just need to get them out, mate. And it's all right me saying that. I know you've been trying to do that for the past 5-6 years, but we really need to get everyone on board now for these protests. We really do. And we've got to try. We've got 2 weeks to spam it out there, to get it out to everyone. And you know what, Stel? If we turn up against Forest and there's 200 people there, there's 200 people there. Do the Brighton one, see if more people turn up again. And if you're not, getting towards 1,000 by Brighton, then I don't know what we do, mate. I don't know what we do. But listen, at the end of the day, the message on this channel and many other channels out there is ENIC out. Nothing will change until they're gone. We can keep going round in circles, but this numbnuts of a board upstairs have not got a Scooby about football. They do not care. Why they don't care, I don't know. I've got no idea, because at the end of the day, if you take over an entertainment centre, by the way, which it is now, but there's football there, you're either going to do one of 2 things. You're either going to put money into it to make it better, to make the name of that football club to a wider audience around the world, or you're going to go down and sink with a whimper. Or, like Stel thinks will happen, is that either they've got to change because of the money, and they'll have to invest in the club. But then once we get back to where we think we should be, do they stop again? And this is where I'm at with it. That's why I struggle with the going down bit still. That is why I struggle with it. Listen, mate, you could be right at the end of the day. Perhaps it'll be the best thing all round for it to happen. I just haven't got it in here, mate, to see him go down. And I probably should, but I just struggle with it. I struggle with it, mate. Everyone's different still, aren't they? At the end of the day. Yeah, we will be getting behind them tomorrow. I don't know about the last bit, but we'll be getting behind them tomorrow, Ozzy. Stephen, dull and damp in Edinburgh, just like my life supporting my team. Cheer up, Stephen. Come on. Cheer up. It's only football. That's why we sit here talking about it, to get it out of our head. Drula says it's not the best start for Igor, is it? 3 defeats already since he was brought in to save the season. Where's the new manager bounce? Or is that something we don't do at Spurs? We're not doing it tomorrow. We're not doing it at the moment, Drew. I'm looking at Jimmy's comment. Sorry. It's shocking. It's shocking. I almost can't believe there's no apart from what you hear from Igor, no one's telling you anything. No one's coming out and saying anything. It's all like husty. Igor will do the odd press conference and whatever he does, but he's not telling us anything that we didn't particularly know. I think when he looks into the air like that, he's zoned out, lost in space. What do I do next? What do I say next? But it's madness. It's madness. 100 of you in here now. Hit the sub button if you haven't. Hit the like button. We was 35 away today from 1,000. So if you haven't subbed, please do. We're very, very close. And hit that like button. I haven't looked. Just 50 and over would be magnificent. Thank you very much, everyone. Jimmy's in. He says he thinks it's a back three tomorrow with VDV on the left of Romero and Danzo, Porro at right wing back, and Gray will be left wing back. Paulinia, Gallagher, Xavi, Till, and Solanke, in his opinion. Jim, to be honest with you, yeah. I mean, that'll pretty much be your strongest team, won't it? With what, Richarlison and Mawani on the bench as forwards. That's pretty much, as long as he plays them, how you want them played, Jim. Is it just a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. 3-5-2. Yeah, it could be, Jim. It could be. Big up to you, Jim. Yeah, John says shit players curse every manager. Yeah, listen, it for whatever reason, John, if they're not playing, especially when you know these can play, they can play football as individuals. A lot of them can play football. But as a team collective, they're just rubbish. And it all falls on the manager at the end of the day, doesn't it? Ange says we can end the season on a high. We can't give up. Never give up, Ange. We have a UCL to win and top 10 finish, potentially. Big up to you, Ange, for being so positive. We like a little bit of positivity, but we also like reality. Because as you know, Ange, this is the Realism channel. All right? So we'll let you have your bit of positivity because we are struggling at the moment. We are really struggling at the moment. But, let's press the right thing, Mark. There we go. We'll see what happens, Ange. We'll see what happens, mate. But, we all want Tottenham to do well. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Marcus says relegation bothers him more. There you go. Just ask the same thing. I'll be pissed off still. I'll be really pissed off. At the same time, if we won that game tomorrow night, I'd be over the moon because it's a win for Spurs. But you are absolutely spot on. I'll be raging, mate. And I would probably do a show on how can they do it here and they can't do it there. Because I don't, to be honest, still, I don't give a toss about the Champions League at the moment. You know, everyone will say, oh, we're still in it. Listen, what's going on in the Premier League, to me at the moment, is more important than anything. And of course, I'll be supporting to the best of my ability. I will see you. Will I see you? Will you be at the protest? I don't know at Forest because you're not about any. You're about in the call. She's coming and took the right. You're over in Paphos now, but I don't know if you're coming to the game. Are you at the Forest game still? I'll be coming. I'll be there for the protest. We'll see, mate. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I would be pissed off, but I'd be happy we won. And it's not a cop-out, by the way. It's not a cop-out. You must understand what I mean. John says he won't be watching versus Atletico Madrid or Liverpool. No point. That be your choice, John, as they say. That'll be your choice. You can always watch the highlights, I suppose, John, can't you? It's like putting yourself through 5 or 6 minutes of torture rather than 90. Jamie's in. Big up, Jamie. He says, get it out of the way. And hope we have no more players out as a result. Waste of his time, John says. Sorry if I miss anyone comment because I've asked you a question. There you go. Sully, I want us to win and give effort in every game. Our board wants to improve the balance sheet. Correct. Kate says she couldn't care less. I want to get up the league. Don't want relegation. Mario's in. He says, morning to you, Mario. Hope you're well, mate. Stig says the players will perform tomorrow as we play too slow for Prem. More suited to European, in my opinion. Well, like I say, we'll see, Stig. We'll see how Atletico are for it, won't we? And see how up for it Spurs are. Let's see what happens. Yep, Gallagher as well. Absolutely. Sorry, Nige. Mark says he don't care much about the game, really. No tea today. I'm sipping, like really sipping. That'll probably last me all day, my little can here. Just little sips. I'm not eating at the moment. I'm off food totally. Just makes me feel ill. Morning to Claire. Morning. Now we don't care about Champions League, but if they do pull off a miracle, will it give them some confidence? Who knows? Yeah, it's true, Claire. It's true, and it'll work the other way as well, though, Claire. That's what you got to remember. You know, if we get battered 4 or 5, what does that do for your confidence? So it's like, does it go this way? Does it go this way? We've got 12 players out, 10 injured, 2 not in the Champions League squad, Sousa and Basuma. So it'll be a little bit of round peg square holes, but you know, let's just hope that he sets the team out, Claire, so players are playing as much as possible in the positions that they thrive in most. John says the players have fucked this club up as well as the owners. Wake up. They are at the moment, John. Nige says, morning to everyone. Morning to you, Nige. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Daryl's in. Says this club can never make the tough choices. All that's about to change. Buckle up. Oh, yeah. We'll see, Daryl, won't we? We'll see. Players will defo perform tomorrow to put themselves in the shop window. It doesn't mean we have the quality to beat Madrid, though. Fair play, Ghosted. All the shouts out to Nige. Ange says the UCL parade's coming. F. Sanks here. Morning, Cookie. Is Tudor still in charge? Yup, he is. He is. Nothing's changed yet. F. Sank, we will bring it to you as it happens, as they say. Knowing me, though, I'm so far behind in the chat. He has been sacked, and you lot are winding me up. That happened the other week. Swifty sending me super chats about something. I can't remember what it was now. Something to do, maybe a link or something for someone. And I was an hour behind. They're all putting messages in the bottom, and in the end, Swifty's sending super chats. Said, Cookie. Madness. Look, even now, look, 48. 40 minutes behind. 40 minutes. And says, let's win some silverware. Unfortunately, Daryl, no, it's been a long, long time coming. And some of us have seen it and some of us haven't, mate. And it's as simple as that. And it's down to us now to make the people that haven't seen it coming aware of what's going on at Tottenham and what they're doing. What they're doing upstairs. John says, wouldn't it be mental if we won the Champions League and got relegated? That'd be more than Spursy, John. And hang on a sec, Stell's back in. Let's have it right. If all fans protested and all the fans took action against ENIC for the last 6 years, this disaster wouldn't be happening to us. Our fans need to step up and stop protecting ENIC. Couldn't agree more. It's time to get on with it now. This little window to the end of the season is huge for protesting, for protesters. Just to, you know, like I say, even if ENIC are not gone, go down, stay up. To me, it doesn't matter. They're a shit show and they need to go. So if we can put pressure on, yeah, even if it changes something, I don't know what that something could be. Ideally, it's keep putting the pressure on, keep putting the pressure on, and hopefully get them out. It's all you can do. And like I said earlier on, the more people that are there, the more media coverage it gets. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, the media coverage. That is one thing that they don't want. It affects their sponsors. It affects everything. People, you know, might not look that deep into it. But I've no doubt if it's plastered on sports newses all around the world, yeah, that questions will be asked. And that's got to be the aim at the end of the day, to get as many people to the Forest protest and then do it again for Brighton. And then even if it's not again, till the end of the season, Everton at home, bang, have it again. What else can you do? And if you're not happy, if you're not, and you're able to attend, because it's really important for our football club. It is. If you want change and you want better, yeah, and you want to be, I don't know, a well-respected Premier League club. Let's have it like that. I'm not going to say win this, win that, do this, do that. Let's get back to being a well-respected Premier League club again. Because at the moment, we're a joke, an absolute joke. Stephen says, if we do survive relegation, there has to be complete reset in the summer. If the board don't sell up, the likes of Lange and Vinny need sacking and better people appointed. Couldn't agree more, Stephen. Stig says, I don't know how the board have the audacity to think about next season. We're up shit creek in this one. And you know what, Stig? The paddle's breaking as well. You know what I mean? The wood's snapping, mate. And we can't help anyone. Then Billy, morning to you. Bill, hope you're well, mate. Lee's in. Morning to Lee. Hope you're well, Lee. Daryl says the match going fan, just not committed to anything, then just going to the game, to whichever club. And this is a lot of the problem nowadays, Daryl, isn't it? It's a massive problem. You know, you go back to this stadium here, yeah, packed out every week, 36,000, yeah. But I don't want to use the wrong terminology here. It was 36,000 with a lot of fans waiting, if that makes sense. Yeah, to get season tickets and whatever. Then the big stadiums come up, 62,000. Now, you see, with what's going on, they can't fill it. It's all good when everything's going all right. And this is part of what I can't understand. The football club is part of your ENIC, hotels and whatever. The football club is part of that. Spend the money to make the football great. Do it once. Employ people that know what they're doing. And you wouldn't have spent half the money you spent buying players that are not of the quality. You could have just done it all once. Have a proper scouting team. Yeah, scouts get the odd ones wrong, but very good scouts generally don't get it wrong. You build a philosophy for your football club. You buy players that adhere to that philosophy. You have managers, coaches, assistants, all pulling the same way because they want the same as what they want. They want to win. So everyone's pulling the same way. At the moment, we haven't got that. And haven't had for a long time. Here we go. Cyprus is 19 degrees and sunny. Lovely. Beautiful still. I could just imagine now walking down the sea there on the sand with my t-shirt and a pair of shorts on, 19 degrees. Very nice indeed. Very nice. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mark. Everyone on social media and TV has ripped them a new one this weekend. I just hope everyone at the club, and especially the players, have seen and heard this. If ever we needed some sort of reaction. Absolutely. Logan's in. Morning to you, Logan. Hope you're well, mate. Could do, mate. He could do because Romero and Danzo are both available. So, yeah, he could do. Yeah, good shout, Nige. Good shout. But they'll probably play these two. Well, it all depends. They might go Danzo and Romero and put Mickey on the left. Who knows? If they're really struggling out there, or they go with what, can't remember it was earlier, put their team up. Jimmy. Archie Gray, left wing back. We'll see. We'll see, Colin. Steve's in. Morning to you, Steve. Hope you're well this morning. Yeah, Paul's coming. VVD can play left back. Yeah. We can beat them 3-1. Aussie Ann says. Big up. My team for the game Tuesday would be Vicario. Just Vicario. Right. Hang on a second. Let me just send this link to someone. Just bear with me 1 second, people. Don't go anywhere. We have a guest, I believe, if I haven't left it too long because I was so far behind in the chat. Let me just send them the link if I can find it. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. Copy out. Sorry about this, people. I can only do it on this. There you go. Done. So I've sent that. Let's hope he's still about. My own fault. Not being up to date. Daryl says, club is too sentimental till they get ruthless. It's all run on hope and luck. It seems that way. It seems that way, doesn't it, mate? Big up to Mark Taylor. Hope you're well, Mark. By the way, have a great day, mate. Have a great day. Romero has completed his ban in the league. He can play Champions League. His ban was for Premier League only. Thank you, Steve. Well, we'd like to try and do that. We'd like to try and do that. Ange, but we need to see something from them. We need to see something from them. Daryl says, we only look better in the Champions League because you get more time, but eventually you get found out. And this is what I was saying, Daryl. Now you've got to that point where it's 2 games, shit or bust. And it'll be tighter now. Players won't get as much time on the ball now. I wouldn't have thought so anyway. I wouldn't have thought so. Sava's on a wind-up, 3-0 Spurs. Don't believe you for a second, Sava. Don't you be giving it all that. And morning to you, by the way. Hope you're well. Yeah, there you go. It's just a minute, Mickey. It's just, you know what it's like? It's early. And I'd thought of all this last night, yet I can't spit it out when I'm talking. It's madness, isn't it? Yeah, VDV could play wing back, and then you could play the back 3, or he could play, if he wanted to play a 4, he could play him as a left back and play 2 of the 3 with Porro at right back. But I think he'll go with a 3. I think you're right. So, this is the type of change that could make a massive difference for me. So you saw what happened with Bell back in the day and Harry, right? We know Mickey likes to carry the ball forward. He likes to run with it. So, Mickey, what you've put there could be very interesting because with a back 3, yeah, they'll want Van der Ven, to do his thing, whether he can do it or not. But we know he's got that burst of pace. So from that position, he could affect a game differently. But, Mickey, we'll see. But good shout, mate. Good shout, to be fair. I like that. Adam says 4-0 Madrid and then 6-1 Scousers. Hopefully Tudor will be gone by Wednesday morning. God, Adam. It could happen, though. Let's be fair. Here we go. I think he's going to, Sav. Honestly, I think he might, because it's just how he plays, isn't it? He just plays with 3 at the back. So, yeah, it is what it is. To dare is to tutor. A Frank team wouldn't have beat Atleti, Joey says. The good news is they are awful up top. Yeah, I was going to say, all right, Sav, you're on a wind-up this morning, aren't you? They struggle to score. All they have is Alvarez, Sorloth, Lookman and Griezmann. And it was funny, you say that the other day, when we're the players we're bringing on as substitutes, and again, injuries, yeah, I understand that and all that, right? But not this weekend, last weekend. And Atletico Madrid are making a change here, and Griezmann's coming on. It's madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. To dare is to do. Well, we need to start doing MK, Dave, don't we? The whole thing. But on the pitch, they need to do something. Give us a bit of belief. Give us something to get behind. Jesus. Yeah, tomorrow night. Sorry, John. Frank had Premier League experience. No for me either. No. Yes. Is this just paper talk? Because I don't know. I can't even give you what my thoughts would be about Sean Dyche coming in, because I just don't think we've got the type of players that have got the fight for him at the moment. And I don't see him being the person, even though he's very, feisty, if you like. As we said before, maybe we need feisty. Maybe we don't. Maybe they need a rocket up their backside. Have they had that already and gone, yeah, you can get lost? And just carried on what they were doing? John says he's looking forward to the championship. Only thing to make these shit owners to wake up. Fair play, John. Mario says, I think after Igor loses the next 3 games, they will roll the last throw of the dice with a Tottenham man. But I fear it will be too little, too late. Even with 10 at the back, we'd struggle. Morning to you, Rob. Hope you're well, mate. See if I can catch up a little bit. Jose's in. Yes, pal. I'm very well. Thank you very much. Are you going to the Forest game? Jose, let us know, mate. I'll be there. Yeah, agree with this, Ghosted. A few hundred won't make a difference when there's 50k in the stadium, not protesting. It does have to be thousands, but I don't know, Ghosted, if 2 weeks is enough. You know, because a lot of people, they're on budgets and they do support Spurs and would probably love to be there, but can't afford to be there. You know, if they live outside London, you know, a train from Manchester, if you want to jump on a train, it's a one a return on the train. So it's not cheap. But again, I just implore people, if you are about or you can get to Spurs for the protest, get down there. Get down there. Every single person can make a difference. Every single person. Here we go. Tottenham Hotspur, shitshow.entertainment. Make sure you sub and like, please. CFT need to be clearer about where and what is happening at the protest and then advertised till there's no tomorrow. There has to be a better way to engage the match-going fans. Leafleting, maybe. Maybe leafleting. Obviously online you can put stuff, but actually leafleting, I don't know how close you can get to the ground, see, before someone will pull you to read it and say, oh, you can't hand that out here, mate. You know? It's possible, I suppose. It's possible. I think that every single possible way that's possible to do it, we should go down that road. Right, I'll just skewy through a bit and see. Okay, there's so many comments in here, man. Honestly, this chat is mad. Michael's in. Big up to Michael. Great show, Mark. Come on, you Spurs. The team and the fans need to come together and fight for the club if you have any chance of staying up. I'm sure they will, Michael. I'm sure they will. Every game that they go to, you know how I feel about it. So that's all you can do at the end of the day. Tottenham True is, I think the best way to get a result from a protest is for whoever goes to have a sit-in after the game and demand some answers of a sell date and our plan going forward. Do you know what? That's another idea. Just sit in your seat, don't move. What are they going to do? Lock you in? Maybe. There's so many different ways, and people will come up with different ways of doing things, which is great. And listen, you can always get in a Billy T chat. You know, he's on with the Whistle Blows with Connor. You can get in one of his chat. Put the idea in, even in a comment section. Any ideas you might have, because Billy will take them on board. But I do agree. For me, you know, and I'm not having a pop at Billy or any of the lads, and I never will, because I think they're trying at the end of the day, you know, but the message does have to be clear now, and it's Enoch out. That is the only message that can be sent now. Again, like I say, whether you stay up, whether you go down, it is a shit show, as someone said earlier. But there are many ways to do it, Right, I'm just going to flick down the chat, see if there's any more of you that I've missed, because there's, sorry if I... Yeah, absolutely, Jose, absolutely. Sorry again if I've missed everyone. Morning to Milton. Milton, I hope you're well, mate. Vindaloo's on the wind up. Morning to you, Vinders. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I do, mate. I can't keep up with it, Sav. And I know you're probably live now, aren't you? I'm trying to catch up in case you haven't gone live yet, but you probably have. But there you go. It's shocking, mate. I can't keep up with it all. There you go. Dan is here. Big up to you, Dan. Phil's in. Big up to you, Phil. Sent me some stuff this morning. Big up to you, mate. Hit the likes and subscribe. Absolutely. I hope we've got over 50 and maybe we've got a few subs this morning. 35 away from 1,000 at the start of the show this morning. Look at this. Look, I'll be here forever. Look, David's in. Big up to David. Again, I'm sorry if I've missed everyone. Daz is in. Big up to you, Daz. I hope you're well, mate. You know what I'm like, people. Once I get chatting, look. Once I get chatting, mate, it's like 20 minutes later. You know what I mean? And then we'll move on to the next one. Human's in. Rob's in. Big up to both of you. Jose says, I will be at Forest, Brighton, Everton and Leeds debating if I can get to Madrid next week. There you go. Okay, Jose, well, I'll be at the Forest game anyway, so it'd be nice to see you, mate. Be nice to see you. Oh, we've got to the bottom. There you go. And absolutely, Drula. Absolutely. Please make sure you do. Yep, it'll be at Forest, Brighton, Everton, Leeds. Absolutely. Great stuff. Yep, I agree. We've got to keep doing it, human. We've got to keep doing it, man. We can put it out so much, but we need you lot to go and put it out there at the end of the day. That's what we need to do. Listen, we might be back later for a little show. Keep your notification bells on. Keep subbing. Keep liking. We'll leave it there for today. And we'll see you all again soon. But, you know, hit them bells because it's a likelihood we'll be on again tonight, maybe. So we'll see. If not, we'll see you for the brunch in the morning. You take care. Love you and leave you. See you all soon. Thanks, everyone, for being in. And, as always, come on, you Spurs. Cookie and the share.